What's going on YouTube? This your boy New Jack. And before I begin my first ever commentary video, I want to say thank you to everyone that has shown support to my channel. And if you are a new subscriber, drop a like and comment letting me know you are. And if you just randomly stumbled across my channel or this video, definitely drop a like and hit that sub button. So without further ado, I want to talk about what I think about Black Ops 4 and all the gameplay that was dropped recently. First of all, starting with the no single player / campaign. I actually don't mind that it's not going to be added due to the fact that I hardly ever finished any Call of Duty campaign. The only one I ever finished was Modern Warfare 2, and I think it was because my internet was down for maybe like a week, so I needed something to play. I do see where people are coming from though, as far as being mad at the developers on that aspect, because there are a lot of people who actually, play Call of Duty for the campaign. There are some people who actually played every single Call of Duty since way back in the day up until, now that actually play campaign. But at the end of the day, we just have to accept the fact that Call of Duty will forever be remembered as a multiplayer game, and there's a bigger number of people who play that and not really campaign. I think what they should do, honestly, is probably do what Overwatch does. Overwatch doesn't have single player or campaign mode either, so but what they do is they release trailers for the characters. Every character has a unique backstory. So I think Call of Duty should probably do something like that as well. They should, release a trailer with all the specialists that's in the game. I think there's about 8 of them. So, you can release, maybe a trailer a week, leading up to the game, or release it whenever. So that way, even though there isn't any campaign, at least, some fans will have that to look at. And going into multiplayer, so far I think the game looks really good overall, as far as that aspect goes. A lot of people are just saying it looks like a Black Ops 3 DLC skin. But in my opinion, that's not really a bad thing because, Black Ops 3 is definitely one of the best Call of Duties, in my opinion, in general, that's ever been made. And it's definitely one of the better Call of Duties we had recently, I'm also glad that Treyarch is following what World War II did, go back to Boots on the Ground. Because the last Boots on the Ground game they made was Black Ops 2, and we all know how good that game was. Everybody wants a remastered version. So, that game was good for pubs. League play was amazing. Everybody played it, even if you didn't play competitive. There were a lot of people who actually played league play. And it was also fun to watch. A lot of Call of Duties, they're not really that fun to watch. So, Treyarch definitely knows what they're doing when it comes to making a Call of Duty game. They also made changes to multiplayer as well. It's no longer going to be 6v6 in matches, so now it's going to be 5v5, and I think that's going to be kind of interesting. Every Call of Duty up until now has been 6 versus 6, so this will take a little, it's going to take a little adjusting, but all the gameplays that I've seen so far, they seem very fast paced, so I don't think it's going to be much of a big deal, but I wouldn't be surprised if esports, the competitive side, I wouldn't be surprised if they switch to a 5-man team instead of 4. That's gonna be real interesting to see if they actually make that switch. Because adding another person, creates a whole different vibe to, the competitive scene. Because teams definitely gonna have to, do a lot of adjusting as well, because when it comes to like hardpoint and CTF, game modes like that, adding that extra person that's normally not there, it's going to be really fun to see. Treyarch also did what Rainbow Six Siege did, and that is whenever you pick a specialist or your teammate does, they can no longer pick that specialist as well. I kind of like and dislike that, because for somebody who plays solo like myself, if I wanted to pick a certain character, the whole time while I play, that's probably not possible because another person might pick it. But at the same time, it does force you to use a different character, and learn them. So, which also isn't a bad thing, because, Call of Duty, at least in Black Ops 4, they are leaning more towards teamwork. And because of that, that leads me to the next part, which is, they also added something called Fog of War. And basically, Fog of War, as you can see, it doesn't show your whole mini-map. If somebody was to shoot their gun really far away, you wouldn't be able to really pinpoint where they are. So this, this adds another element to, teammates working together, because back in the day in Call of Duty, you can spot somebody from really far away. You can go exactly where they are. But in this game, people could probably flank around you, shoot around you, but you won't really know exactly where they are. So that's why teammates are gonna have to really, work together to try to find the enemy. And the last two things I want to talk about in this video is your classes and weapons. As far as weapons go, they made it to where each gun has a unique recoil pattern. Now when you shoot a gun, it's always gonna jump up and down the same every single time you shoot it. So I think this brings another element to the game. Somebody can actually master a gun instead of like in previous games like Blackops 1, for example. The FAMAS, it used to jump all around and you never really knew where the recoil was gonna go. But you could control it at the end of the day, but it was so random that you didn't know what you were gonna get when you shoot your gun. And as far as loadouts go, Treyarch has added another section called gear. Basically what that is, you get to choose either between body armor and what they call the stim pack. The stim pack is you get to regen health a lot faster, and the body armor is basically, in my opinion, it seems like Juggernaut, where you take another 1 or 2 bullets. You still can also pick your 10 items as well, but they just added that section called gear. Alright, you guys, those are my thoughts on Black Ops 4 and what I think about it. And also, this is my first ever commentary, so yeah, if you're new, hit that subscribe button, and everybody leave a like. I really appreciate it, and I'm definitely going to be bringing more content in the future, and I can't wait. Thanks.